Oh, it started already. Hello. I was saying I'm so tired. I'm like I should have did this earlier, but we're just hanging out, and we're just so yawning. My apologies, but we're just hanging out, and I said, "Oh, let me, you know, got anything you want to tell the people, just something." I didn't ask anything particular. I just said, "What advice do you have for the collective?" And I just picked different things, different decks, and see what came out. Um, so here we are. Did I say who we are? Well, you probably know who we are if you're here. This is the Lighthouse, and I am Shine. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm probably passing it on. Mermaid with the Black Sea Serpent. Ooh, I like these cards. It's a pretty picture. She's got a little dragon there. Let's see this card. 42. Boy, I'm going to be on a yawning tip now. This is not the time. Mermaid with a Black Sea Serpent. Cling to me with the desperation of a motherless child. I will give you all you need. Tell me your fears, and I will swallow them whole. Drink their essence, consume them with greed. Rely on me, and I will stay by your side. Forever your pet, the only one. Lean on me, I will be your support. Forever your crutch, your autonomy undone. A desperate young mermaid clings to her dark pet, uncertain of herself. She is afraid to let go, afraid to stand on her own 2 feet. Her resilience is unhealthy and draining, but addictive. Divination meaning cultivate your self-love. You have spent too much time seeking out approval and love from others. You cling to relationships long after they have lost their vitality and value to you. Start to cultivate your self-love and rebuild your self-worth before you proceed any further in your relationships, your profession, and your real life. Your inability to let go and stand on your own is detrimental to your personal growth. Take inventory of your strengths and your weaknesses. Learn to love and make use of your competencies and ameliorate your shortcomings. Speak to yourself as if you would speak to a beloved child, not with a deriding, hypocritical voice we reserve only for ourselves. Embrace yourself and let go of anyone and anything that prevents you from standing on your own 2 feet. And here is the antithesis message. Share the love. Your self-love is preventing you from truly loving others. How often do you put yourself first and foremost in an arena? This tendency is keeping you from truly getting to know significant people in your life and from developing deeper relationships with them. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be fallible, and you will gain much more than you ever had when you were solely focused inwards. Now, obviously, this is You know, the first one is obvious: self-love, healing, taking care of oneself, right? Um, letting go of going nowhere situations, dead ends, dead leaves, whatever it is. But here, you know, this is sometimes when people are too self-absorbed, they're not considering other people. Maybe they should, right? Also, people that might be closed off and shut out because of, again, things we talked about. You go always suspicious of people now. We don't trust people now, right? So the walls we put up to protect also keep people out, right? I don't know, but like I said, during this time, man, people are crazy. It's like, you know, hey, being alone is probably all right because, you know what I'm saying? People are crazy these days. And mama don't need no drama. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you know, taking the time to heal thyself is important. And then we have here green mermaid triplets. Away from the pack, away from the crowd, strong and sound and honor bound, independent and proud. Just don't forget your sisters waiting in the wings, the strength they bear, support and care. They're here, they're there, they're everywhere. Separation strains, but cannot break such strings. A sprightly green and black mermaid is flanked on either side by identical mermaid sisters. This inseparable trio is held together by a strong familial bond, presenting themselves as a united front against the worries of the world. Divination, you are not alone. There is no need to feel so isolated. You have got your sisters by your side. The world is so much easier to face when you do it hand in hand, even when they are not there bodily. Know they are with you in mind and heart. Need an ear to listen, a shoulder to cry on, perhaps a pep talk to cheer you on. You know who to turn to, so do not be hesitant to reach out. Antithesis, lend a helping hand. You have been doing well for yourself, but not everyone has been so lucky. Someone near and dear to you is going through a rough time and could really use some support. Reach out to her and let her know she does not have to struggle alone. I'm sorry. It made me think of someone. And maybe it made you think of someone. There you have it. Damn you, Willis. It's always, you know what I'm saying? And so let us carry on. On that note, Jesus Christmas. It's judgment. That's it. It's judgment day for everybody. It's the freaking wake-up call. It needs to be. It should be, because shit is getting real in the Holyfield. And if you don't know, you better find out. Because You know what I'm saying? Judgment. The trumpet call of Archangel Gabriel, ready to be judged by the universe. Like I said, this is it. You better choose wisely, because lest we be led down the primrose path that guides us to our own demise. We are not wise, right? Insurmountable obstacles and impossibility of avoiding judgment. Like I said, this is real. Yeah, what's going on in the world right now? Beginning is woven irrevocably into the end, and end to new beginning. Pluto, ruler of the underworld, calls for a period of reflection. Again, people needing to take a look at what's going on, as Marvin Gaye saying. Because a lot of people are getting away with a lot of shady shites. You know? Self-evaluation, coming to a point of deep understanding about themselves, or common themes that happen throughout one's life. Again, patterns, repeating shit, even our own. Again, you got to know yourself first and foremost. The enemy within, right? This way, people can't use the enemy within against you, exploiting your weaknesses. Know thyself. Because you better believe your enemy knows you. A lot of people don't know who the true enemy is. And if you don't know who the true enemy is, how could you possibly win? I said, you gotta, it's time to take a step back and look at things. You ain't gonna find the truth on CNN. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is, changing shit up so we don't repeat stuff in the future, right? The wake-up calls. A need to live your life a different way and be true to yourself. It's a significant stage in your journey, right? And this is now. Again, I don't know who watches here, but I feel like that I do get people that do this kind of work or light work. So I often get messages for those people, I feel, because it comes up a lot about sharing your gifts, sharing what you've been through, sharing your wisdom and what you know. This is, and you got to definitely have a much broader scope in regards to what is going on in the world right now. Because a lot of people don't understand the importance of this time. And so they're on the threshold of what's being ushered in here, which is the NWO. So, but that's another video. But it's real. And a lot of people have no idea. So again, you have to really expand your library of information to be fully informed and to inform others. Because it's going to be, you know, if you're here doing this work, it's part of your mission to do that, to get the truth out there to people. Because humanity is on a course that can forever change, you know, itself. You know, like I said, but it's another video, and I've gone on a spiel, but this is definitely the wake-up call. And like I said, there are agendas being played out right now that want to take humanity in a certain direction that is not good for humanity at all. So again, some light workers who have been called to help people heal, wake people up to their own greatness, spread the word about the agendas that are playing out, making sure people are informed. It's all part of the same thing here. Because it speaks about fulfilling a life that serves your higher needs, that gives hope to others. Yeah, meaning to light the way for others. It's about lessons learned, wisdom, absolution, release, and life-changing decisions. As I said, you better know the true enemy, because, you know what I'm saying, they know you. You better believe it. They use psychology against people all day, every day. I said, judgment, rebirth, inner calling, absolution, and karma. Indeed, this is a very karmic time. So this is all of that on a collective scale. And on a personal scale too, again, applying the wisdom that we've learned, waking up to some truths, and, you know, stop repeating patterns that are self-destructive, self-sabotatory. Make sure we have better judgment in regards to people. Not allow ourselves again to be led down the primrose path by great deceivers. Learning more about human nature, so that again you can weed it out. You know what I'm saying? Because people about to lose their minds over here. Respondents tearing their hair out, don't know, like, as I said, losing their minds, just feeling. This is purple, this is third eye. And we need to use our intuition and seeing shit for how it is and not how we want it to be. We've had to learn lessons about being too trusting, giving away our power by making ourselves small to build other people up, right? Realizing one's worth and value through these kinds of experience, through dealing with these types of people, again, so you learn to have better judgment and allow people to prove themselves. Be more of the observer. You'll see a lot more things when you just watch. People will show you who they are. We'll get into this over here. Okay? So then, but I went off again. But here again, despondence, people losing their minds, probably maybe over current events, over what's going on, you know, just their own ruminating thoughts about just everything, everybody, all kinds of stuff here. But we're needing to use a higher wisdom and see through stuff. Let us see what it says here. By taking action, I found the road out. I found the road out. Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests that Iris shower, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. She does, but still feels despondent. And suddenly a hurricane hits, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. And Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds a way out of depression by taking action. That's an interesting tale. But there's something in there about distracting ourselves from unproductive ways of being that are getting us nowhere. And again, maybe everything's a bit disheveled, and we're needing to do some feng shui, right? Because you usually feel better when you organize or declutter or something, right? It does change the energy a bit. Or again, or focus on something else that's not going to be stressful. You know, because again, looking at like all the stuff that's going on, it can become stressful. It can really make you feel hopeless for humanity when you see the way of the mindsets of most, the behaviors of most, you know. Because again, we're a lot of people are lost. They're lost. You know. You gotta just hope that they find their way. Inspiration. Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. Personal inquiry. In which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? Key ideas. Feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, taking action. Keywords. Revelation, movement, and encouragement. Right? You have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. So that is that. Then they have creation. This is crown. I will guide you to your muse. Here's the little story. In a time before history, Shaman walks the earth, bestowing artistic talents on a select few. One day she rests under a birch tree. Hey, says Birch, I want my muse too. Birch entertains Shaman for a long time, singing and telling tales. Shaman smiles. My great friend, you have had your art all along. She vows that from then on she will give everyone their own gift, To this day, Shaman has never left us. We see her inside every creative work. It says that some people might have something they are supposed to be giving. Creation here, it says letting go of old ideas and allowing new growth are primary now. The mission you have been on may be complete. A new dawn is coming, and it is time to open yourself to divine inspiration. The message here is let go. You no longer need to be the warrior. I said some people have been 9 of Wands for a minute. You don't even know how to put down the wand. You just always like, because people are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs out here. You know what I'm saying? Inspiration message. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It is time to make decisions. Personal inquiry. Am I waiting for someone's permission to create my life? What do I need to see in order to claim my own gifts? Key ideas. Opening to magic, lasting transformation, divine feminine, awakening creativity, finding your muse and owning your gifts. Keywords: creativity, muse, and magic. Then we have joy. And this is solar plexus. Again, this is how we thinketh, we createth. Our thoughts, right? Let's see what it says over here. Joy. Dancing Daisy. This vibrational energy is walking on air. The pure essence of joy comes through detachment. Daisy yellow brings joy, but does not experience it. Its purpose, told you my vision isn't so swift over here. Its purpose is to radiate what is inside this powerful energy, moves your projects forward. It's there's something somebody needs to be creating. They keep saying this here. It is too detached to be creative, but will draw in assistance necessary to further your goals. It's too detached to be creative. It says, I don't know. I've said this a couple times, and I actually heard another reader say it, so I'm not the only one. That's how I know, too. When I do a reading, and then I watch some people on YouTube, and they talk about the same stuff I did, it makes me feel like, oh, all right, because we're all getting the same things. We're just delivering it our own way, or, but, well, it depends on the readers that you're watching. But the ones that do similar stuff like that I do, that really get into kind of things, and even the ones that don't, when I hear them kind of pick up on the same things I have, it kind of reassures me that I'm not, that I am tapping into, you know what I'm saying? So it's always good. Why did I say that? I don't remember. But I want you to be joyful and playful and delight. A conduit for joy, detached from joy, higher purpose, profoundly impacting lives. See? Improved health. We need that. A birth. Perhaps again, birthing in the new you. We kept getting the birthday girl. I mean, it could be boy. It doesn't matter. If we get girl stuff in your boy, just flip it. If it fits, what can I do to invite happiness into my life? Being present is not the same as truly experiencing something. Again, we got the spawners. Again, we're everybody's stressing. Everybody doesn't know what the hell's going on, right? So they're trying to, again, get people to not focus on that which is not in our control. Instead, focus on that which is our day-to-day routines, what we do, how we invest our time, our energy, our efforts into bettering ourselves, learning new things, sharing our gifts, whatever it is, right? Because it makes that more productive. It's more productive to do that than to sit and watch people just going bananas, right? I mean, but you got to be informed at the same time. I mean, you can't be, you know, you need to be prepared, but we got to try to find balance in all of that somehow. We'll not let the stress and the anxiety again get to us in a way where we're making ourselves sick, you know, or drowning our sorrows in things that are out of habit, pacifying things was, too much vino, too many cookies, I don't know what it is, too much TV, too much something. Because in a way, it's try to distract, but again, we need to find more productive ways to do these things, right? Because again, we can become sucked into just the chaos that is all around and that is just beginning. Like I said, you got to be aware, but we still got to take care of ourselves, right? Still got to find some peace in the day, whether you're doing meditation or do some yoga, do something. You got to do something every day. I listen to these videos over here on the YouTube. I love it. Whether it's just birds, I watch a lot of nature stuff. Peaceful music, like with the piano or the whatever in the nature scenes. I love that stuff. Or to go to sleep at night, they have one that's like spaceship sounds. That's like white noise or the sound of the rain. Those are really nice. I think I have a playlist there. It's called Chill. Because when you want to chill, you can go through that stuff and meditate, whatever. I got lots of stuff in there. But that's what I listen to. Whole different vibe. Because when I watch the other stuff with the protests and all that stuff, it stresses you out. Because you feel helpless. And you can't. You just want to wave a magic wand and make the shit just fucking disappear. Pardon my French. It's hard to live in chaos. And when everything's out of control, and try to maintain some sense of control or sanity in uncertain times, it's a lot. It's a lot. And especially too, if you're meant to somehow transmute that and, help guide other people and stuff. And it's like, all right, I can't even find my own way out. How the hell you know what I'm saying? It's like, gotta keep hope alive over here. But again, I guess for some, it's just hearing something maybe that brings a little helps. Maybe that's enough. I don't know. We hope. I don't know here. So we did these. We had the reality checks. We got a liar, pants on fire. They're full of shit. Don't believe him. I says, what is this about politics over here? What is it? Because you know what I'm saying. Someone's full of shit. It's either you or them. So again, we could be full of shit because we believe in bullshit. So we can be deceiving ourselves with the things that we believe, with who we believe, what we co-sign on. This can also be just the warning here about realizing who's full of it and who's not. You're going to be on your P's and Q's out here. This is in regards to everything and everybody. Not so much so that you know, but again, you got to be, it's a jungle out here. Can't be gullible gusses. Can't be too trusting and too naive. But we can't be too closed off. It's like, you know, you can't win. You can't win. You just got to be with your fingers crossed. People don't turn out to be backstabbers or whatever. But when people show you who they are, believe it. Again, the fantasy versus the reality, wishing, hoping, waiting on, or thinking you can change somebody isn't going to change who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's some of this stuff is ingrained. It's not going nowhere. So again, being aware, being able to use our judgment and our wisdom and our knowledge again on human nature, and be able to see through the smoke screens. And then you have here, they are sincere. Their intentions are good. I says, well, isn't this a contradiction? I said, you're always throwing out things that's contradictory, and it's like, are you trying to confuse people? Are they full of shit or are they sincere? This is the question. We got to use our judgments. People show us who they are. Like I said, observe. Just watch. Because they always reveal over time. You know, we got to be wise. I am responsible. Again, this could be anybody. This could be somebody that's coming in that you might be questioning. Because again, you might have gone through some things. You're not too trusting. I don't know. So now here's the test. Are we going to assume someone is horrible, shady, based on, because now we think everybody is, yeah, this is where we're going to have to use our judgment. Or again, this is just in regards to whoever. It's always wise to watch for patterns of behavior. Watch for patterns, because bullshit always repeats. Bullshit artists always repeat. You know, they use the same tactics. You gotta know, like I said, you gotta know the enemy within and know the enemy without, so you don't get fooled. I am responsible. I'm going to clean up after myself today. So again, this is about being responsible for our day-to-day routines and how we are caring for ourselves. Protecting, again, that energy space. Working on what you can. Letting go of what you have no control over. Being aware, but not being consumed. You know, trying to find that fine line where we can be in joy and not be stressed out, be productive and not be couch potato in it or wallowing in whatever because we're feeling helpless and hopeless. Because again, you got to be on your P's and Q's, because this is just the beginning. I love to learn and explore. I'm going to read a new book today. Again, education. Knowledge is power. And definitely it says we need to expand our knowledge base. Because if you're going by just particular entities, there are agendas that are pushed through these. But again, that's another video. I would say mainly do not trust mainstream media. Watch live feeds, people that are actually there, and because you'll always get different stories, because people again want to push narratives to get people to believe certain things so that they play into or go along with whatever that person's selling. Always be learning, always being exploring other avenues of information. And you got to use your judgment. Again, because not everybody's got it 100%, but they got some of it. You got to, weed it out, but be open to listening to things that you might not normally listen to. Because again, it could be something that can benefit you in the long run. I am a generous person. I'm going to give someone a gift today. This is again speaking about not being closed off, sharing of oneself. Right? Especially in times where people are confused and lost and whatever. They need to be communicating with each other. Like I said, but you got to weed it out. Because everybody's coming from their own conditioned mind, their own perspective of life and reality as they see it. And some as how they want you to see it. So like I said, watch out. I am a good teacher. I'm going to teach someone how to do something today. So again, for some, it's just sharing what we know, sharing what we've learned. And that's all you can do. It says you can't, don't, beware of people that try to convince you of too many things. This is the best teacher. Shows, I can't remember the quote, but is the best teacher shows you something but doesn't tell you what to think about it. I mean, it's like they're not trying to convince you to take on their ideology. They plant the seed, they allow you to research and look and check for yourself, come to your own, whatever, because that's how it has to happen. Even with my spiritual teachings, it's like they planted the seed, and this is, well, what do you think about this? To gauge where I was on my journey, on my awareness, on my openness to consider things outside the narrative that is pushed for whatever it's being pushed for. So that's again the good teacher. Again, you don't watch out for those who try to push again their narrative too much. Because it's just observe. That's the best advice I can give. Engage less, observe more. And just be open to learning, open and to sharing again whatever you learn, again, because communication helps people to be aware. Like I said, but not everything is true. Some is bullshit. It's misinformation, disinformation. We're gonna do something from the pumpkin after in here. I went on another spiel, but you know what I'm saying. This is judgment time. People are needing to use their judgment. Loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. My heart is open. I allow my love to flow freely. I love myself. I love others, and others love me. There's this picture here. There is plenty for everyone, including me. The ocean of life is lavish with its abundance. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. My good comes from everywhere and everyone and everything. So this is talking about, getting a law of attraction. trying to think positive despite, you know, try to still put out intentions of what, you know, but this is, I feel like, in some ways, I feel like, yes, these are good for general, what have you. It's like, again, it fits just with this. How do you still take in these frou-frou, nice, positive messages in this kind of time? With all this, you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, that sounds great, but I'm going crazy over here, or I'm about to lose this, or whatever is the thing. You know, this is like the balance reading, the something. Still trying to, again, finding the way to be positive in the midst of treachery and conspiracy and just people, I said, not being so nice to each other, you know. I trust the process of life. There is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am part of it. Life supports me and brings me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. We hope, but again, when you've got tyrannicals and sociopaths and megalomaniacs running the world, you don't know what's going to pop off next. You know what I'm saying? You can trust all you want, but you better recognize, you know. I see my parents as tiny children who need love. Well, here we are with the parents again. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I chose them, because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. Again, we have to be born into the environment for the wound to happen. Whatever the karma was that we came in here to shed, which for many is based in self-love, self-worth. So you had to be born into environments where, what did love look like to me as a child? If it was dysfunctional, welcome. You know? Yeah, they had to have some kind of neglect issue, abandonment issue, maybe had some kind of abuse going, whatever it was that set the tone for the journey of discovering our own worth and value. And for some, it's taken decades, right? Now, the whole point is you're eventually getting it. Knowing to thine own self be true, and honoring and valuing yourself enough to again protect what's in your energy field as far as people, what you put in your body, what you put on your body, what you put into your mind. It's all energy, and it's all can be toxic or it can be healing, you know. That's why it's important in regards to things that we have no control over, that are chaotic or upsetting or negative, to try to distance ourselves as much from that, to maintain that. I said, but you got to be aware, but, you know, Still got to be balanced. Still got to take care of yourself. My work is deeply fulfilling. Right? Today I give my best, to which I do, knowing that when one experience is complete, I am led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. So even this, as far as even just working on yourself, your path, your journey, when one cycle is over, when one lesson is over, we keep it moving. There's more crap coming. But now we have wisdom and we can navigate through the minefields better, right? I deserve the best and I accept the best now. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. And it says, that's right, it is your right. And don't let others trespass against your rights. Don't give up your power. Because again, there are those that want to take that from you. On intimate scales and on grand scales. I love and approve of myself. I appreciate all that I do. I am good enough just as I am. I speak up for myself. I ask for what I want. I claim my power. See? You gotta. You know what I'm saying? It's like 1984 over here. Today, may your soul be at peace. God's light shines within us all, illuminating our path. Do things in your own time. But that don't mean, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Next 6 months later, and you're like, geez, if I would have 6 months ago, imagine how much I would have been now, right? So yes, we can do things in our own time. We got to be patient with ourselves. We got to be gentle with ourselves. We got to do what we can with what we can in the moment, But it also reminds us time is of the essence. Or don't put off tomorrow what you could do today, The journey you are on has caused you to grow in ways you might never have imagined. So for a lot of people who've had a difficult life, you've worked with a lot of karma. And for some, there's a purpose for that. There's a reason for that. And it has to do with the collective, the time that we're in, and the gifts that you have, and what you came to do, etc. Open your heart to possibility and believe in miracles. Miracles are seen by those whose hearts and minds are open to them. I says, well, we need some Moses parting the seas kind of miracles. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're looking for, right? Because it's crazy out here. Stonehenge. Now, I don't know what this is. It might say it in the book. I don't know. But we have to maybe look up Stonehenge. I know those are those rocks in the circle, right? In England, it's supposed to be like a portal. It's supposed to have some magical powers. So maybe there's something about this. We can look up Stonehenge and see if there's some kind of message there. It says I don't. I mean, I might have the book, but I don't know. I was just going to look up Stonehenge myself and see if I see anything in there online. So again, maybe we do this. We have here spirit. the human spirit, again, to persevere, right? Spiritual guidance, spiritual awakenings. And again, I know Stonehenge has to do with something. It's an energy place. So I said, look it up. We're here to look it up, see what they say. Truth. Again, liars, not using our judgment. Who's full of shit and who's not? Better, you know what I'm saying? Hope. I still want you to have hope. Right? So this was power, wisdom, power, and earth. Grounding, earth. Again, energy, portals, places, times in history. Important times we're in. And then we have this person here. '25, disquiet. Do you have a vague feeling that something's not quite right? Yeah, I'd say. Some worry that doesn't seem to have a specific cause. Trust those feelings of disquiet. It's easy to poo-poo them away, especially if other people keep telling you everything is fine. That's it. Be aware of what's going on. Your intuition is correct. Something is wrong. And it's closer than you think. Lord, give us strength. Examine your work, your home, your health, your relationships, all the areas of concern in your life. Make adjustments as needed. Once you find the obvious problem, the solution will be equally obvious. And the warning message is don't make any sudden moves. So I said, a lot of people want to jump ship. A lot of people want to, again, maybe we got to be strategy, using our judgment, making plans, figuring things out, being wise in our choices and our decisions, and again, roads we take, paths we take, people we trust, etc. Right? Then I had over here, why is this? And then we had Grand Signore, Lederato, Dispiacere, Sospiri, and Stanza, right? So the Grand Signore is a dude who's like man of high society, could be someone older, could be someone in a position of power, could be somebody rich. This is, this could be you, this could be people we're dealing with, I don't know, right? Lederato. This is about discovery. It's about research. It's about looking into things. Trying to figure something out. Dispiacere is obviously somebody who's distraught, despondent, upset, worried, feeling some kind of way about something or somebody or everything, everybody. Sospiri, again, is about a longing for when shit seemed normal, or being regretful, or longing for someone. Again, some people dealing with people that were shady that needed to forget about it. Some people dealing with people where you're stringing you along, or you're fooling yourself, or wasting time in situations. Some people are afraid of dealing with new people, again, because of past people. There's all kinds of situations here. Stanzas is the room where everything is coming out, everything's flying, everything's disheveled, all kinds of secrets and drama, and you know what I'm saying? So again, maybe this is dealing with current events, people trying to figure out what the hell is going on, people are upset, all kinds of stuff's coming out, people are like longing for things to be finished and over. I don't know. Well, this is again us worrying about, or maybe hearing things about people that are upsetting. Again, I'm trying to figure things out, wondering again who's full of shit, who's not. What did this one say again? 25. Is there anything? What did it say? They got all different languages in here. You gotta flip through them all. Yeah, worrying. Just worrying about, you know, who can I trust? Who can I not trust? So again, I don't know if this could be grand scale. This could be just dealing with people coming in. I don't know. But people are on edge. People don't know what to believe or who to believe or what to do or what not to do or how to feel or how not to feel. What advice we got here? Balance. See? Like the temperance. Try to be balanced. Emotions are all over the place. Willingness to let go, willingness to see things from different perspectives, willingness to learn new things, willingness to put in efforts. Harmony within and without. Peace and harmony, right? And people wishing, telling people to chill out. Universe, be willing to again stop combating each other. Be willing to see the truth of who the true enemy is. Sometimes it's our own self. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so in our beliefs, and our beliefs are wrong. But you can't tell people that when they're in it. That cognitive dissonance sets in, and people don't want to see shit for what it is. People don't want to see people for liars that they are. People don't want to admit that they've been duped or fooled again. You know, people always try to run from painful truths. Because again, a lot of their whole identity is wrapped around beliefs. And who they believe and what they believe. And this causes problems. This causes conflict. This causes, division. This is divide and conquer tactics. This is psychology. This is psychological warfare. This is spiritual warfare. Wearing people down. Like I said, it's another video. But much of what is transpiring now is by design. Surrender. This is again, don't surrender your power. And that's first and foremost. But also surrendering in regards to serenity prayer, right? Accepting the things I can't change, changing the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? Resilience. Gotta be tough. Gotta be. Isn't one of these ones here saying something's gonna happen that's gonna require something of you to be a tough cookie? Where did I see that? Or maybe that was one I read for myself. Well, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's like, oh, come on, Willis. Like I said, a lot of us are the 9 of Wands. We're tired. We've fought already so many wars. Responsibility. Ah, but alas, we have a responsibility to ourselves to still do the work, do the job, do what we gotta do. Spontaneity. Be ready to hit it if you gotta hit it. Get ready. Let's see what else. We got some old maids. What's the old maids say for the collective? What do we got? I didn't think this was going to be an hour. Sometimes I just listen to readers. I close my eyes and I just listen to them. So maybe that's what people do to me. I don't know. I don't care. Sometimes I look for readers that I can just listen to and close my eyes. I don't care if it's long. It's meditative or and it's free. You know what I'm saying? So you can't complain. We gotta be grateful for whatever messages the universe gives us and the people that deliver them. Right? What else we got here? And then speaking of hitting it, I'm about to hit it myself. The bed is calling. Come on, Willis. There we go. Bookworm. So I said, keep learning about things. Awareness is key. Knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? For some, book might be, again, what you're meant to do. Talk about this creative thing. Maybe some, again, are supposed to write. Maybe you're supposed to write about what you see. What's going on. Documenting stuff. So that the future generations would know what happened when Rome fell. You know, it's just like a movie over here. Amigo. Friend. Football fan. So maybe this is the universe cheering you on. You know. This is also makes me think of when you have here willingness and harmony and friend is for people to learn to get along and learn to support each other instead of fight against each other. Right? And the more they know, the better equipped that they are to, again, use better judgment and figuring out who's for them and who's against them. I said a lot of people thinking the other person is against them, and really it's the person who ain't even in the fight. It's the third person that you don't see behind the curtain, you know? Like the Wizard of Oz. You know? One more for the people, and then that's it. And then we're finished. Willis. Party girl. We keep getting these. They just want us to... I don't know how much partying we could do right now, but they say again, joy, they want us to somehow... Look at this guy. He's the other one, hobo. He hasn't come out yet. You know the homosexual card that I got? He came out one time, and I was like, what's this about? And the homosexual card came out with it. And I said, I see, now I know what you're trying to say with this one. Watch out for the homosexuals. They're not looking for love, they're looking for help, right? Oof. And on that note, take care. I said, hopefully you got something out of this. So just wanting you to remain hopeful, keep working on yourself, keep learning, keep expanding, communicate with others, distance yourself from drama, try to get out of fear, just use your judgment, you know, use your intuition. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Ready to go to sleep. Good night. Buenas noches. Bye.